Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. If you're new, my name is Nicole. If you're all, welcome back. And today is day 5, right? Yeah. Of hashtag 31 days of Halloween. I did say they weren't all going to be like Halloween looks. They could be like some autumnal looks and stuff like that. And I'm actually going to recreate a look I posted the other day because I thought I was recording and I wasn't. So we're going to go ahead and do that look. But I'm also going to change it up because it's a very pretty fall look. And I'm going to change it up and also combine it with a tag. And the tag is 15 fall questions tag. And I saw this on Glamburger's channel. I'll have her link below. This will probably be linked till Monday because, well, I can't do it on my phone. And she wasn't the creator, it was somebody else. I know they have like a P and V in their name. Anyway, I'll have all that listed. I'll correct all this on Monday. But it's the 15 fall question tag. I just saw it. I love the tag because it was so good. I was like, you know what, I'm going to do the tag and do my makeup. So I'm going to do it exactly like how I do it at work. So we're going to do Milani eye primer. I do have this as my makeup bag I'm currently using for, you know, work makeup at work. There goes travels with me to work. So we can lay down some eyeshadow primer. And the first question is favorite Halloween movie. Now, you can take, like, I would think just any horror movie counts, and mine's pretty much like The Conjuring or Sinister, along those lines. I know hers is like Hocus Pocus. I've tried to get behind Hocus Pocus. I think a lot of it I never saw that movie as a kid, so it's never been my favorite. And then I also love the Addams Family values, so who knows. But yeah, I'm pretty much horror movie. But yeah, but I never got behind like Hocus Pocus or even Halloween Town because I never saw those as a kid because we were so poor we didn't have cable. Okay, so I never saw those movies like on the Disney Channel or Nick whatever it was forever. Okay, so I pretty much use 2 brushes at work right now. I need to wash this other one, but this is an old Wet n Wild one. It's just a bluffer. Got it for like buffer, not bluffer. Got it for like $1 at Dollar Tree. Got this Luxie double ending one that has like a smaller blender and a flat shader. It's kind of angled shader. I'm gonna go in with this Maybe Cosmetics, and I love their website. Their website is www.callmemaybe.com. And this is the Take Me to Santorini palette. I bought this one and the Take Me to Paris in an Ipsy offer. So yeah, Ipsy will have them. I think I missed out one time. They had like the Istanbul and something else. And I accidentally missed out on those. They had them for a really good price. I don't think these are uber expensive. I think they're about $20 to $25, somewhere around there. And they were both $15 on an Ipsy offer. And they're actually really good quality. So I highly recommend these. And I think I took both of these, the Golden Streaks and the Warm Glare, and I just kind of like mixed them up a little bit. And then I just blew out the crease. Okay, number 2, apple or pumpkin pie? Apple, 100%. Like, I'm not the biggest fan of them. I can eat a little bit, but I really don't prefer it. And see, that there's hardly any kick up in that. There's more in that one, but overall, there's not a lot. I mean, they're really good actually. Like, I can take this yellow by itself. It's a pretty decent little crease shade. I decided to mix them to warm them up a little bit more. I want their Hong Kong and their Tokyo palette. They look gorgeous. And they're like vegan, so yeah. So we are cool with both of them. So I just like kind of blew that out to the eyebrow. Headband, here we go. There's the headband. All right. And I make the best apple pie. Like, I'm out of practice and I have to practice the dough again. But yeah, good. Okay, I'm gonna go into this orange, which is called Greek Sunset. I mean, these are really good. This is the only shade I have any kind of trouble with, and it's not in the crease. Watch, it's going to blend beautifully in the crease. It applies beautifully on the lid. But for some reason, when I take it and I go on my lash line underneath, it wants to like be splotchy a little bit. But it blends fine in the crease and fine on my lid. I don't get it. Like, look, there's no problems blending that whatsoever. It's the weirdest thing. But we're going to put it on the other side too. Like, most of it will be covered up but in a minute, but it's fine. Like, I highly recommend it. I think these palettes are great. They all have great color stories, really. I mean, they even have more neutral ones. I think the ones that are like maybe Amsterdam or something are like more neutral. Paris one has pinks in it. Cute. The Tokyo one so suits Tokyo, like the anime otaku scene. And the Hong Kong one does too, has like pops of color. Number 3, Halloween party or explore haunted places. I don't do parties because I don't like people. I'd rather go somewhere really, really haunted. I never go, but that's what I would prefer to do, is go somewhere really haunted. I want to. I want to go like to the Queen Mary one day. I want to go to Beverly Sanatorium, all that stuff one day. Okay, next I took, this is in Juvia's Place the Herring 2 palette. And I like this palette because it goes into like, you have your summer shades, like real summer, and then like more of the fall. And I so dug my nail into that. Sorry. Kaza. Anyway, I'm going to Zora, which is like this mulberry color. I'm going to take the Luxie on this little flat shader. I'm only going to get like the tip into half of it. Like that. Because I have such small eyes, it's easy to go overboard. Okay. We're just going to place that right there. Both sides. I'm just going to leave the space main in the middle mostly empty. Like, put it up above just a little bit. Number 4, store-bought or pumpkin patch pumpkin. I'm usually not going to buy a pumpkin. Anyway, but it's been a couple of years since I went to a pumpkin. But I took all the kids to a pumpkin patch and we had a lot of fun. We did, and you know, found one where it was like, it was $10, kids play whatever and get a pumpkin. And it's always fun watching the littles choose their pumpkin, whether they choose a small one or a big one and try to carry it. It's hilarious. So I like that part. I'm not gonna buy one just to buy one unless it's a fake one. If it's a fake one, it's store-bought, but yeah, a real one, no, I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna get one of the pumpkin patch. Unless I just want the kids to decorate one. Number 5, favorite fall scent. I'm gonna take the same Zora and go underneath on my lash line real quick. My favorite fall scent, oh, pumpkin spice anything. Pumpkin spice, all the way. And currently my love is marshmallow pumpkin from Bath and Body Works. Marshmallow pumpkin spice from Bath and Body Works because it has this strong like marshmallow, but still with the pumpkin spice. It's so nice. But I love pumpkin spice. I don't go drinking them lattes or nothing, but like pumpkin spice candle, body spray, I don't care. Bring it on, okay? Tea, anything, pumpkin spice. I love pumpkin spice. Champagne apple and honey. It's like a close second. But I'm really loving the marshmallow pumpkin spice scent from Bath and Body Works. But the champagne apple, honey apple is like a close second. Okay, favorite fall drink, pumpkin spice tea. Closely followed by chai tea, like pumpkin spice chai tea. But yeah, chai tea or like pumpkin. There's a pumpkin spice tea. Twinings makes a pumpkin spice tea, and it's awesome. I'm gonna grab this single from Colored Rain. It's called Superstar. And I just applied this with my finger. Okay, number 7, Halloween or Thanksgiving. Halloween, 100%. Well, painting my face most of the time, as long as I'm tired of doing it too many times. And I just like giving out candy. I don't even like giving out candy. Like, if I don't feel like going to usually I do with the kids, but like if I've already taken them, I love all the fall festivals churches have, and like I love that. You can just bring your kid there and have fun. You know, double up, triple up on all these Halloween festivals, and load them up on candy and all. And see how pretty that is. And I just love, like anything goes except anything goes. But I like actually putting thought. Like I don't mind. Like I've stayed and like handed out candy to trick-or-treaters. I'm off or get off work, and they don't do a fall festival or something. That doesn't really happen. It's usually on. Blend that up more. Thanksgiving I only ever like because it was time to get together with family, and I like food, but Halloween's number 1, especially with my grandma gone this year. It's just gonna not feel like Thanksgiving like we always do with her, and it's just not gonna feel the same. Number 8, most love pumpkin-based food. Pumpkin spice cookies. Like Walmart makes a white chocolate chunk pumpkin spice cookie that is bomb. I'm sure they have the bigger ones, but like 3 cookies for 98 cents. Those are the bomb. They're like soft cookies. Yes, those are awesome. They're awesome. I mean, that's pumpkin spice. I don't know if there's any actual pumpkin in it, but it's okay. Oh, that's funny. Number 9, corn maze or haunted house. Give me a haunted house. Just as long as they ain't touching me. Just don't touch me. Don't touch me. Nope. Right. Of these 2, maybe touch that one and blend underneath. To like soften the edges. A little bit. A little bit more orange. Behind the crease a little bit. Alright. But yeah, haunted house. Alright, number 10. Favorite candy to eat on Halloween. Anything? Normal candy that I normally eat, like Twix and Kit Kat. But also Kit Kat has it's orange dyed white chocolate, but it tastes a little different than regular white chocolate. I swear it does. Those are awesome. And also the caramels that I mentioned buying for my niece, or bought for me because I got addicted to them, and then my nieces and nephews were clearing me out. That were $2 for a whole entire bag. And I'm talking about a good size bag, like a big bag of like long caramels, like chewy caramels. Oh, those are awesome. I always love caramels. So. Number 11. Favorite childhood fall memory. Childhood. I guess just trick-or-treating. I mean, they kind of collide together. For a few years in middle school, and I think even in 4th grade we went together. I had a friend. She was my best friend, and then we drifted to just friends, and we were still friends, but we weren't close anymore toward the end of high school. It just happened. But like for years, we were pretty much each other's best friends, or second best friends, something like that, But it never failed, except for 9th grade, I think. Yeah. 9th grade was my last year trick-or-treating. But we'd go trick-or-treating together. I would spend the night because she lived where our school was. Our school was publicly and privately funded, and it had a big campus. that most of the teachers lived on, a lot of families lived on, and it was like kind of secluded off to the side. I mean, we were in a small town anyway, but like each house is like next to each other, like maybe like they sat on an acre, a half acre of land, so you could like walk to the next house. And I mean, we would just walk for miles. And I think her mom was always there with us. One year I think my mom did it, but was driving. She's like, I ain't walking, but I'll drive y'all and let y'all off at this street and drive y'all to the next street, things like that. But I just remember they were the most fun night ever. Like, because it was like big girls' night. We were checking our own candy, you know, for poison candy, tampered with candy. But we would go and we'd be out for hours, and you know, we just had fun. And it was always just me and her, and we would just trick or treat for miles walking. And it's back like when Octobers were actually cold in Alabama. The majority of them were really cold in Alabama. I'm like, now we're lucky if our cold snap happens the weekend before Halloween or the day of Halloween. Like, a lot of times, like, we're sitting in the 70s or 80s right around Halloween. Usually around 80s, but I remember being freezing at night. Of course, that could have been like, it could have been 40s, 50s, 40s. Back then, and it's always freezing. But like, it didn't bother us. I mean, we'd acknowledge the cold, but like want to keep going. Like, we want to keep walking. We walk ahead of her mom. Like, it's funny, but like, we got, because of where she lived was such a good spot. I lived out in the country, like even more, you know, like, because there's all these houses close by, and it was like safer. I mean, you ain't gonna get in trouble anywhere up there, pretty much anyway. Not when trick-or-treating. But like, all the houses were together. It was kind of like a subdivision, I suppose. But you know, oh, that was so good. Okay, so we just would have fun, and there's so many years like we did that, and yeah. So you remember those bonds you make with people, and that was probably my favorite fall memory. Can't remember anything else that stands out really. And then yeah, childhood fall memory. Yeah. Which is those years trick-or-treating, you know. It was fun. And then go the first time, like, you know, going through our own candy instead of our parents, and trading candy, and I always spent the night, usually, like, unless it was a school night, I always spent the night with her and things like that. So yeah, so I guess there's a few nights that wasn't a school day the next day, and then there's probably once or twice it was a school night, so I had to go home. But yeah. All right. Number 12, favorite Thanksgiving food. Okay. Now my answer is probably gonna be really close to hers, because one day we get mom. I don't make mashed potatoes often because it's just a hassle. I'm lazy. I love mashed potatoes. I can make them really well, but I just don't. But anyway, Thanksgiving and Easter and Christmas, like the one day I get my mom's mashed potatoes. My mom can make mashed potatoes where there's no chunky bits. I mean, you can pretty much drink them. They're almost drinkable. And they're so good. Of course, like the last few years, I don't know what's happened with her taste buds or something. Like, I have to go in and add butter and salt and even milk. Like, because we've been at my grandma's, and I'll come in because I'll do the trays and have a couple of dishes of my own and stuff. So I'll come in, and then she's like, well, taste the potatoes, what you think? And it's like, used to, like, growing up for years, I don't know if it's like age or something, but yeah, I have to add seasoning and butter to them to get it to the right taste. The past few years, I don't know, it's something, age, I guess. Maybe. But yeah, my mom's mashed potatoes, because she can still get that uber creaminess, and that's just awesome. It has a bit of a red tone to it, that top one. Yeah, we'll go with that one. So definitely that, and it's like the one time I make my sweet potato casserole, and I actually love my sweet potato casserole. My sweet potato casserole it's pretty much a dessert. But we serve it with the main meal. Because that thing has brown sugar, it has butter, cinnamon, it's on a graham cracker crust, butter, and marshmallows melted all on top of it. And I can actually make it out of either canned sweet potato or yams and or fresh ones. But it depends on my mood and if I'm tired, if I've been like worn down. Because let me tell you what, cutting up a sweet potato, a raw one, it's like the hardest thing if you've never cut up one. But however, I can make those canned yams and sweet potato taste like they're fresh. There's no difference because I cooked them and mashed them so finely anyway that you ain't gonna tell whether they were fresh cut up and all or not. I like that. That color was NYX's soft matte metallic in Bruges. I don't know how you would pronounce that, but I never heard of that city. I think they're all named after cities, so I don't know. So that, I make my pies. So there's a few things, and I actually like turkey because if I ate it a lot, I probably wouldn't. But it's like the one time a year I actually eat turkey, and so I like my turkey smoked cranberries. All right. 13 sweaters or scarves. Sweaters. I tried the scarf trend. It's not for me. I did it a time or two and I got bored of it. Because you have to like match it, and so I don't like plain sweaters anyway, or t-shirts normally. So it's a pain in the tail. But I love. Okay, my sweater. I don't tend to wear just a plain sweater. Like it has to be like tunic length because. Especially sweaters, even like I don't dry, I hang up to dry, will shrink up, and as soon as they hit my waist, it's a no-go. And I have skin waist. So I like big, soft, floofy sweaters. Like I have a couple favorites, and then like sweater dresses. Love sweater dresses, like short sleeve sweater dresses, or even long sleeve sweater dresses. Just I love sweater dresses, and then sweater cardigans. Like when they are like as thick as a sweater cardigan. I love those. I love my cardigans. So yeah, sweater cardigans definitely a fave. All right, 14 wool socks or slippers. Really neither. I'd go slippers more. I only wear socks when I have to. When I'm wearing boots. When I'm wearing sneakers, which is never. But usually when I'm wearing boots in the winter, it's the only time when I'm wearing socks, and they come off right when I get home. I don't know why my feet can warm up better without socks on, and then I can't sleep with socks or anything. I don't like wearing them. Slippers, I mean, it's there, but I don't use them. Basically because it doesn't matter because everything gets cat hair on, so it's fine. But yeah, I'd have to be really, really freezing cold to keep socks on once I'm home, and that doesn't happen often. Usually when we're sick, maybe. Number 15. What's your favorite fall tradition? Wow. Fall tradition. We're just gonna go. I mean, I always like the family gathering and Thanksgiving, but it's gonna be so different with my grandma gone this year, so I don't know. But the other one is like for the past few years, I've done something with all my nieces and nephews, like whether it's the pumpkin patch or like especially the last 3 or 4 years. I don't even know how long it's been. It's been like ongoing. Like I will, because I feel bad because like, well, their mother was always in charge of the youth stuff at their churches, and they're their father's youth minister. So if their church is doing something on the 31st, they have to be there. And so they only get to go play those games and stuff. They usually always do it on Halloween. Sometimes it's the weekend before. So they never get to go anywhere. So like there's one time I got to take a couple of them trick-or-treating because, I don't know, their church left it to the last minute. So it was a crazy time. So if there wasn't anybody there, they didn't have games. So I was like, let me drive around. There's this little neighborhood. Let me drive around and take them trick-or-treating. So that was like pretty much the only time they've gotten to go trick-or-treating. So anyway. So since they pretty much kept it on the 31st, like at their church now for the past few years, like I find out all the ones for the weekend before, and there are a lot of churches that do the weekend before. I highly recommend going to, especially on Facebook. They'll post on Facebook. Like if you have a local town, county, any local city, like pages, even the sale pages or just awareness pages, like I'm sure they're made everywhere. They're made around here. Even like a kids swap and shop, like countywide. I would definitely recommend looking up those pages on Facebook, because people, these individuals, people will post that their church is doing something on such and such day, and those are great. Like if you don't have a home church or you don't want to stay, and either you can find a couple places to go on Halloween that are safe if you're not in the safest of neighborhoods, or it's a safe place, or you want them to be able to play games as well as get candy and stuff like that. I mean, there's always games, there's always stuff like that. I took my nieces and nephews to 6 different places last year, of course, of 2 days. I took them to 6 different places, and a couple of them were just trunk or treats. You just go around and get trunk or treats. Some of them have cotton candy. There's always bounce houses, actual games. One place was this big place that had apparently upstairs and downstairs games, get candy, and they gave out toys. And one place had all these bounce houses and pony rides. So the my two youngest nieces got to go on pony rides. And so it's just really fun. I rope my older nephews into helping me watch all of them, because it's hard to watch twins and a 4-year-old, and they were 3, 4, and a 6-year-old last year. So it's harder to do that on oneself. So it was just, especially the bigger place it is. And yeah, it gets dark, but it's just like they have fun. They get to experience different things, and it's just, they're really good. Churches are really good, and it keeps you in mind, like if you're ever interested in joining a church or checking out a church, you might see what they're about. The people running the games are going to be church members. You can talk to them. A lot of them have like chili dinner, hot dog dinner. A lot of it's free. Some you might have to pay for. Some, like one place that had the pony rides, like you had to play games to win tickets to cash them in for prizes. That was a little different. Usually like you could win candy at a game or a prize. But yeah, a lot of them give free chili, free hot dog, or maybe charge $1 or something, So, really good. I highly recommend those. Like I was like marking off where we would go, and honestly, if we had gotten there a little early, I think I picked them up on a Saturday. And then because Sunday actually had a lot, which was different than normal. But sometimes it happens that there's some Saturday and Sunday and some even Friday. And I'm not talking about just harvest festivals. Harvest festivals are usually all money and school related, or sometimes town related, but usually those cost money. But the ones at churches usually will not cost anything. We went to one, it was like our last stop of the night on a Sunday night, and they gave out free pumpkins. They had a whole set in there where you can paint a pumpkin and dry it with a hairdryer and leave it out there until you left, and every kid could pick a pumpkin. I don't know if they'll do that last year. I can't imagine how much that was unless they had the hookup and a member of their congregation actually grew pumpkins. But yeah. So it was pretty awesome that they had that. That was a new one. And then the pony rides is another one. So yeah, just check this out. Those are always awesome. They're fun. They wear you out, but you're making memories with the kids. Like even now, even Natalie at 4, and even Nico and Colton. I didn't expect them to really remember last year. Like I barely have memories from when I was I don't have any memories from when I was 3. Barely any when I was 4. So yeah. So they keep talking to me about, remember last year we had the bags and we got candy and the orange. I'm like, you remember that? Yeah. So yeah, that was Natalie talking. She's a 4-year-old, and last year she was 3 now. So yeah, so they remember that. So it's nice to make those memories when they're little. And the older ones though, I took them actual trick-or-treating, and then I was always there during their fall festivals and made candy and all this other stuff. So they remember me being there for that and their fall festivals, which usually I didn't think about, hey, there might be all these other churches. I don't think some of these Facebook pages existed when they were younger and stuff like that. or many people didn't post, or a lot of, or you know, sometimes you don't know. They don't. The churches won't advertise or can't advertise in all the newspapers and stuff like that, but their members will post, and yeah, we'll let you know where they're at and stuff. So yeah, I'm starting to make notes. I have one note for one, and then I'm looking forward to, hopefully there's other ones and we can have fun. So anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you like this fall look. I didn't even let y'all look at it when it was done. This is pretty much exactly what I did the other day, except I actually did my brows and added mascara and put on a lip. But yeah, that fall questions tag is cool. I will correct everything on Monday and have it up. But I did find this via Glamburger, and her friend had actually tagged her. She didn't tag me, but I was jumping because I like the tag, and I was like, let's go with the fall makeup. Cool. Okay. Anyway, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe.